Hi friends, this is Vishnu here. Welcome to my channel Tips, Tricks and Concepts by Vishnu. The tables in the chapter, the solid state, are very important as in any other chapters. But at the same time, some tables like the primitive unit cells tables and also its examples are quite confusing and at the same time very important too. So let's see how we can memorize that table in just a few minutes. Okay? Also, a message for you, that is, please watch my videos completely because I have included many tips in between, in not only in this video but also in all the other videos. So if you skip it, you may miss such tips. Here is a table, and first of all you have to remember the names of the primitive unit cells, that is the crystal systems. First of all, you can remember the commonest or familiar name to you, that is cubic. Then tetragonal, that is cubic. Its side is four-sided, and so you can remember that the next one is tetragonal, okay, four-sided also. And then orthorhombic, hexagonal, rhombohedral or trigonal, and then monoclinic, triclinic, okay. You can just remember by telling it as a rhyme, as I have said for the priority order in my first video of IUPAC nomenclature. Now let's see how to learn their characteristics and examples more easily, okay. So for that, let's subdivide this table. So the first set is all axial angles alpha, beta, gamma are equal. And then second set, two angles are equal, and third one not. And third set, none of the axial angles are equal. Okay. Now let's look at the first set, that is all the angles are equal. And here first we will look all angles equal to 90 degree, that is alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree. So here again we can subdivide on the base of sides in a similar way as we did for angles. That is all the sides equal, then two sides equal but the third side not, and finally none of the sides equals. So A equal to B equal to C for cubic, then A equal to B not equal to C for tetragonal, and finally A not equal to B not equal to C for orthorhombic. Now let's come to the next, that is all angles are equal but they are not equal to 90 degree. So alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma but not equal to 90 degree. That is for rhombohedral or trigonal. Now how to know the relation of their sides? That is A equal to B equal to C, just as that of cubic. Here you can compare them with square and a rhombus. That is square as cubic and rhombus as rhombohedral. Okay. That is both had sides equal. And now two angles equal and third one not. That is if alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90 degree and gamma 120 degree, then hexagonal. Here you need not have any confusion because if 120 degree is given, then it is nothing but hexagonal. Now the next one, that is if alpha is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree and beta not equal to 90 degree, it is nothing but monoclinic. That is the next one. So what is for triclinic? All are not equal. That is A not equal to B not equal to C, sides not equal, and also the angles, that is alpha not equal to beta not equal to gamma. That is for the final one, that is triclinic. So axial angles and axial lengths are over. Now what is remaining is the possible variations and the examples. We can study that too with some tips and mnemonics. Okay. So you can see that primitive is present for all these crystal systems. Now the next step, that is all, that is body centered, face centered, end centered and primitive. All are present only for one, that is orthorhombic. Okay, please register it in your mind. Okay, now you can see that for cubic, usually we have seen in our problems that BCC and FCC lattices can be seen. So primitive, BCC and FCC are present for cubic. So now what is remaining are only two crystal systems with the two possible variations each, and others are just with primitive. So we need not bother about them. So the ones with two possible variations are tetragonal and monoclinic. Here, which one is more familiar to you, BCC or the end-centered unit cell? Of course, BCC. So BCC is given for the less complex one, that is our tetragonal. That is primitive and BCC for tetragonal. And the end-centered unit cell goes to the monoclinic. Now let's study the examples with some mnemonics and tips. Firstly, the cubic unit cell. Cube is of course the most common shape which is familiar to you. So our common salt NaCl comes in cubic unit cell. And nextly we have copper in cubic unit cell. That is copper having cubic unit cell structure because Cu is in cubic. Also, I do not tell any word to you without any reason. Here, not the word because. B, C, Z. There is C for cubic, B for blend and Z for zinc. So, zinc blend in cubic unit cell. Now, for tetragonal, imagine 4 white cats in a tin. That is 4 for tetra in tetragonal and white cats, white tin and cat, calcium sulfate and T, titanium dioxide and tin, that is tin oxide, tin dioxide, SnO2. Now the orthorhombic, and for rhombic sulfur and monoclinic sulfur, you can just remember from the names itself. So for the other examples of orthorhombic, you just need to remember Corba express, that is K for KNO3 or for orthorhombic and Ba for barium sulfate. For hexagonal, the examples are easy, but for those who can't memorize those examples, I will just give a tip, that is a mnemonic, that is 6 Katzin graphs, that is 6 for hexagonal, cadmium sulfide, zinc oxide. Zinc blend has been included in cubic, so zinc oxide is in hexagonal, and graph for graphite. Then for rhombohedral or trigonal, just remember 2C, that is calcium carbonate and also cinnabar, that is HGS or mercuric sulfide. Now for monoclinic, we have mono for the one in 10H2O, that is sodium sulfate dot 10H2O. Otherwise, you can remember as everyone has a single name in their ID cards, right? So mono single name, that is Na in name stands for sodium and S in single for that sulfate. And finally the triclinic. Since we had studied all the others with certain mnemonics, this you can study with the examples directly. That is, if it is triclinic, then the examples are dichromate, that is potassium dichromate, boric acid and copper sulfate dot 5H2O. So I hope by now you would have mastered this table, and remember that it is very important and direct questions have been asked from this table for many exams. Okay, so try to recollect after watching this video, and if you again do not remember, please rewind this video once again and I'm sure you will be able to memorize it forever. So see you again with some new videos, and bye bye for now.